vlog. Welcome back. It is Thursday and I have so much to fill you in on. Yesterday was a mess, a hot mess for me. So Libby and I got ready and went to the pool. We were there at 6:27, which for us is really good. We try to be there by 6, but 2023 has not been the year for getting to the pool at 6 a.m. So, which is fine because we don't have to work until 9. So we got there at 6:27. We got to see one of our favorite people at the pool. And her mother had written a book, so we said hi, and Libby had bought the book and asked her mother, she asked her if she could have her mother sign it, and we were walking in, and that's the last I remember. Next thing I know, there are ambulance drivers putting me on I'm being told there's an ambulance coming, and I'm really, really groggy. So, no, I do remember we're looking for a lane. Our pool is closed again. They call it the leisure pool, but it's the resistance pool when you're exercising in it. That's what we call it. But it's closed again. So we're looking at the lap side, and I believe every lane is closed, but I'm looking for one on the end to see if anyone's in it. And then the next thing I know, I'm sitting up, I'm really groggy. I have oxygen on and I have a pulse ox on, and they're telling me an ambulance is on the way. So I guess I don't know if I missed a step and fell or I passed out and missed a step. I don't know what happened. And Libby was looking for a lane as well, so she didn't see it until she heard it. So, but they have it on camera and they saw that I missed a step. So they don't know the sequence either, but my reaction afterwards of being out makes them think that I passed out. I didn't bump my head. The video shows that. And my head is fine. I hurt my ankle, knee, and elbow, and I'm a little sore today. Actually, I'm not as sore today as I was yesterday. So I have a boot on, and my elbow hurts more than anything, and it's just road rash. So really, really sad that I'm going to have a boot on for the wedding, but was more sad when I thought I may be pushed in a wheelchair up the aisle, or when they thought it was my heart, like what would that mean if I was going to be in the hospital, whatever, just all the unknowns. But I was sent home yesterday. My heart actually looks better than it did the last time I had it checked out. I have a heart condition. I always have. When I was 10 years old, I was diagnosed. So, but in years coming, I've had AFib and congestive heart failure, and that all looks better than it did before. So the swimming and eating those salads has worked. So my heart actually looks better, which is amazing. Tom has shrunk, which is what the radiation's supposed to do. Tom, the tumor on my brain. So everything looks great. So if I did pass out, they have no idea why. I hadn't had any water yet that day, but it was so early in the morning. I mean, I took water to take my pills, but that was it. I had a couple sips of coffee on the way to the pool. That was it. So they have no idea what happened, or if I just missed the step and the trauma, I can't remember. Whatever. So that was yesterday. So Emmett and Libby worked from the hospital and stayed with me all day. Emmett had to leave for one meeting, but pretty much was there all day. Libby had to, so when she goes to the pool, she doesn't wear her glasses or take a wallet because I'm driving. So they're like, do you want to follow us or do you want to ride in the ambulance? And she's like, Well, I can't follow you because I don't have my driver's license or my glasses, which are required for me to drive. And they are. She cannot see without her glasses. The one time she drove without her glasses, she went to fill up my gas tank. I had bought this car. Emmett was 15, and I was so proud of myself. I bought this little red Kia Spectra, and it was like, it had nothing. It still had crank windows, no air conditioning. And I was going to have it paid off by his 16th birthday, and I was going to give it to him. And I was just so proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. I hadn't even made the first payment, and Libby was so sweet, got up early, took it to the gas station and filled it up for me. But she didn't have her glasses on, and she hit the yellow barrier to ensure you don't hit the gas tanks at the gas station. And so I had a pretty yellow striped dent down the side of my car, like all the way down the side of my car. So the only thing I could say is, thank God I didn't put the first dent in my car, whatever. So, but anyway, because she was so sweet, she was going to fill up my tank and surprise me. So anyway, so the moral of the story is she does not drive without her glasses. So she rode in the ambulance with me. So her and Emmett left to go get her glasses and her wallet and our car from the rec center. That was a really long story to get to them leaving me at the... I don't know why I had to say that. I always go off on those tangents. It is really embarrassing to watch myself in these edits. Anyway, thank you for watching. So the goal for today is, because I can't stand too much, I did do the dishes. Not sure about making the bed yet. I might do that on a break, or just bring the blankets up so that they're not wrinkled at my feet when I go to bed. Not sure about that, because I did do the dishes and got the kitchen cleaned up. And I did vacuum because I hadn't vacuumed yesterday, and just with dogs and stuff, they're going in and out, and it's been raining, and I just had to. I had to. So anyway, another tangent. I got a package in the mail yesterday, delivery, of organizers for our fridge. And I try not to show the fridge very much because it is a mess. Because I can't organize it. I don't know how. But I watch all these YouTubers that have the most... First of all, they have beautiful refrigerators, and we just have this standard white 3-shelf, 2-drawer refrigerator, just standard. I tried to buy things from like Dollar Tree and Goodwill and stuff to organize it, but they're not completely square, so they don't hold things straight up when it's not full. And so finally I bit the bullet and I bought real refrigerator storage from online. And so I'm going to empty the refrigerator. I can sit in a chair. That's why I thought I'd do this today. Sit in a chair, empty the refrigerator, scrub it as best I can. It's a pretty new refrigerator. It's less than a year old, I believe. If not just a year old, it's pretty new. Scrub it and reorganize it and get it to where it's functional. There you go, Donna. There's your wine. I said an So I thought I'd take you along organizing my refrigerator. So hope that's interesting for you. I love to watch that stuff. So I hope you do too. And that's it. I have to work today. And then today's Thursday. And then I have to work Friday. And then I'm off for the wedding week, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait. So that's it. I will see you on my lunch hour to organize that fridge. I hope I can do it in an hour because it's pretty bad. But if not, I'll finish it tonight. There's things in there that don't need to be in a fridge, but because our storage is so minimal and because of little critters, we keep like bread and stuff in our fridge. And I think it keeps it fresher longer. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I believe. So we keep our bread in the fridge, and we keep all sauces in the fridge, though some people don't. So yeah, I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent either, because I've been talking now for 11 minutes, and really all I came on here to do is say I fell yesterday, I'm in a boot, and we're going to clean the refrigerator together today, which took me 13 seconds. So I'm going to go to work, and then I will see you on my lunch hour. Bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. So yesterday didn't go quite as planned. Sat down at my desk for about 40 minutes, but kept getting dizzy and losing my train of thought, couldn't think of words, just got a little, I don't know, like I was kind of afraid I was having a stroke. So Emmett and Lane came and got me and took me back to the ER. They did an MRI, redid my blood work, and everything was good again, and I was feeling better, and now I'm good again. So I don't know what is going on, but everything is good today. Did not swim because the resistance pool is not open, and yet again I'm still in this boot and don't think I can do the ladder to get in and out of the lap pool. So I'm going to make stuffed peppers, or start making them so we can have them for dinner. And maybe start the refrigerator. I have about an hour and a half. So yeah, that's on the agenda today, this morning. And I want to work a day because I have all next week off. And I've had 2 days off this week. I have really nice hair yet again. So, I'm a hot mess. I can't believe I put this on the internet. So that's the deal. I think I'm good. And I think I said this yesterday, but my heart's better than it's been just from swimming and eating better. So hopefully I'm on the mend. And I did not have a stroke. The MRI, all of the heart tests, EKGs, and I did an echo. Everything looked good. So got a clean bill of health. I'm feeling much better today. I slept all day yesterday, but they did have to give me anxiety medicine to go into the MRI tube, something I always have to do. I have crazy anxiety and claustrophobic to go into those tubes. So I'm going to be using the Instapot to cook my brown rice because I broke my rice cooker. I melted it in my air fryer. Don't ask. In true Sioux fashion. So it is a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of water, I made sure the rice and water were all stirred together, and then I struggled to get this lid on and locked and loaded, and then I struggled again with setting up the rice because the instructions said to cook it for 20 minutes. I got And it only went to 12 minutes.
I think I ordered
so
it
just
from
did
Walmart.
auto. I don't know if that was correct, but the rice turned out perfect. And now I'm going to tackle this refrigerator.
Oh, one's broken already. Shoot! Oh, I waited so long for this. Well, it's the soda one. And I specifically ordered, how does it even go? I specifically ordered this one so we could have a soda rolly. I'm gonna return it. Let's see if anything else is broken. Well, that's good. That's good. I like how deep they are. Shoot. I think I like how deep they are. I don't even know. I'm just talking until I actually use them. This one's very cracked. Oh, okay. This one's cracked. I don't know if you can see that. There and there. Oh, over here. I mean, not the end of the world. Put it this way and there's nothing. And this one's perfect. So I'm gonna organize my refrigerator with them and see how it works and then try to return them. I know that's backwards, but if it's exactly what I want, then I will return and replace them. And if it's not, I'm just going to return them. Does that make sense? I just returning and replacing and then realizing they're not exactly what I want. Sounds like a nightmare to me. So I know this one, I want to try to do the sauces. So this area I want to try to use for the drinks and our creamers instead of all of the condiments stuff and sauces. So this one is going to be for all of my cheeses. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, Sue, do you really have that much cheese? Yes. Probably not like all that much, but I do have a lot of these little bags. and then I won't find this one in the fridge, so I'll order a whole nother one. So I just have been trying to learn how to keep, or trying to figure out how to keep everything organized. And see, like I have 2 mozzarellas that are open. This shelf. I'm just at a loss because there is also this shelf, and they're just hot messes. I don't know how to organize them. And that bottom shelf is so full. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So let me clean it real quick. I need to come back and work on this top shelf, so I'm just putting stuff back in here for now until I come back from my lunch hour. Just shoving it in here. There we go. It's in there. So that's the goal. But I did put the garlic in a little jar. I'm gonna have to order more and get a big jar, but the door is all organized. Libby's gonna be lost, but once she figures it out, she'll like it. All the breads, cheeses, the drawers I'm gonna keep the way they are. I do need to clean them, but that's the vegetable drawer. This gets marked up to fruit, but, and then this is Libby's drawer. This is everything she eats. It has her fruits, her yogurts, her breakfast sandwiches. It's not everything she eats, but that she eats on a daily basis. If she's gonna go to work, we just reach in here and pack her little snacks. And we usually keep that on fruit. And then our condiments. And then this, I do keep extra baking goods that do not go in the jars, don't fit in the jars, right there. But I'm gonna put them in the very back and then bring stuff forward. So this is it for now. And I have to find room for this, but this stuff is not what needs to stay in the fridge right now, so I'm gonna leave it out until I get it all organized. These are the doggy cupcakes that we made. So I'll be putting them in a smaller container and putting some in the freezer. So that's it. We'll see you soon. did not touch the drawers because those work for us, the vegetables, and then the fruit and Libby's things are in the left. Our bread and cheeses, our condiments, salad dressings, and condiments. And then I put the soda there. I did use a hot glue gun to fix that piece that was broken, and I did submit a return. We'll see how that goes. And then here is just everything we use or have prepared. There's some pea soup, some cookie dough, some of the chicken I've made, and hard-boiled eggs, some blueberries, and then all my baking powder stuff is in the back. Some almond flour, some powdered sugar, brown sugar, marshmallows, that kind of thing. And then the door has just some more cooking stuff, and then our Kool-Aid and coffee things, water, doggichinos, and then some more cooking things, and we are good to go. Pretty impressed. So is Otis. He's wondering if he can get a carrot. Where did we keep the carrots? Where are they? You're not like Hazelnut. You don't show me where they are, huh? Are they here? Are they in here? Oh, I buried them under the avocados. We gotta get the peppers out anyway because we're gonna make stuffed peppers today. Yeah. What's this? Does Jake want one? Where's Jake? Oh, Jake. Where are you, Jake? Do you want a carrot? Say no. I'm not a... Your brother got one? You don't want one. No, you know there's a cupcake waiting for you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make some stuffed peppers today. So, getting that out. Waiting for their cupcakes. Otis is kind of particular. He really likes the Greek yogurt peanut butter frosting. So I kind of mix it up for him. Or should I say, not particular, but spoiled. He just gets a whole one all. There you go, buddy. Yeah. And Emmett brought me, or got us Chipotle last night, yesterday afternoon when we got home from the hospital. They labeled his Israel. We don't know why, but this is his leftovers that I'm gonna have for lunch before I finish these stuffed peppers. I'm just chopping up some peppers and onions for my stuffed peppers. So I have gutted out the peppers and chopped up onion and peppers in my little Vidalia onion chop wizard. Preheating the oven to 425. I'm actually going to do another pepper. I'm actually going to do 5 because Libby's not coming home tonight for dinner. She is at a work function. So I'm going to have one for dinner tonight, and then we will have some to freeze for dinners together. such a mess. I just hate when my kitchen looks like this because it's so small. And I don't have a dishwasher. This is what happens between cleaning out the refrigerator and making these stuffed peppers. I took out the peppers. We're gonna fill one up with the stuffing. We are ending this video with a Car Chronicles. We are heading over to Carter and Bethany's for the rehearsal dinner. We were supposed to have it in a park, but it is rainy and cold today, so we're being flexible, or they're being flexible in having it at their home. So we are heading over there, and Libby wants to share her side of the story of my fall. Can I put the camera on you?
So I don't have a side. I have a version.
Your version.
Yeah, my version of what happened, okay? I did not see it. I did not see Sue fall, but I heard it. So it scared me. It really scared me a lot. I don't know if Sue told you, but Chantel at the pool called 911, and Mark at the pool had oxygen on her and a pulse ox.
Yeah.
And I did very well at staying out of the way and letting people do their jobs and contacting children. So anyway, the EMTs asked me if I was going to follow them to the hospital, and I said, well, I don't have my glasses and I don't have my license, and I don't want you to come back for me. I don't want another catastrophe. And so they said I could ride up front, and I had the guy who was like really nice. He just kind of put his hand out to show me the way, and I just mumbled under my breath, we've done this before. But it wasn't nearly as scary as the time we rolled, because they weren't trying to keep Sue conscious. Like, she was semi-conscious, but she was responsive when before she wasn't. Anyway, we get to the hospital. We're there a really long time in the ER. Sue doesn't remember what happened, and I'm not sure what happened because I wasn't looking. And Emmett comes, and we can't tell him what happened. Can't tell the doctors or the nurses or anybody what happened except Floop. So Sue asks me something about the fall, and I say, yeah, it was really loud, and the way you fell, it doesn't look like you hit your head, but I don't know. It looks like your arm caught your head, but that doesn't mean you didn't hit your head. And when you landed, you wouldn't talk, and when you did talk, we couldn't understand a word of it, and your butt was in the air. So you mean I looked like a beached whale.
Oh my God.
I didn't agree. Like, yeah. I just kind of, oh dear. And then she goes, you mean like, vroom? And I said, okay. So anyway, Emmett took me home to get changed and to get my glasses and my license, and we went. And then he took me to the rec center so I could get the car. And I went inside to thank Mark and to thank Chantel for their quick response to our situation. It was Sue's situation, but I'll participate. And Chantel described what happened. She said, we have it on tape.
Humiliating.
And I said, I won't be on true crimes, right? There's proof I didn't push her. And she said, oh no, she wasn't even looking at the steps, but she took a step down, but she never saw it, and whoop, and then I went in my head.
Now I told you in slow motion it would go.
Oh yeah, do it again. Like that. And we got to leave the hospital after a lot of tests. And then I got a call the next day while I'm in the office from Emmett. Emmett and Lane and Sue are headed back to the hospital because Sue's really, really dizzy. And I say, okay, do I need to be there? And Emmett said, no, we're going to keep you informed. I said, okay, thank you. The next time I heard from Emmett, I was told they think it might be a stroke. They're being very thorough. And so I was left with that. And something I really, really, really dislike and find to be very, very inconsiderate is when a person is in the midst of dealing with a crisis and they're having to deal with it, and they've got people that they've informed that there's a crisis who just keep contacting them for updates or tell me more, whatever. And I've been in that situation a couple of times, and I won't tell you with who, but it wasn't immediate family members, I'll say that. And it enrages me. It's like I'm dealing with a situation here and I don't have time. If you need to know what happened, get your ass here. That's really where I go with it. So I thanked Emmett for letting me know, and I left it alone. I figured I'd hear when it was time to know. Why did I just go into all that? Oh, so then I ended up speaking to my boss, and I said, well, they think she might have had a stroke. And she said, Libby, if Sue had a stroke, you would have known that. Do you think maybe it was a TIA? One of those mini strokes. And I said, well, yeah, that kind of makes more sense. And Anna had said, well, it might be vertigo. And I said, that makes sense, but she was very understandable and coherent this morning when I left. She just hadn't gotten out of bed yet. So anyway, yes, come to find out that Emmett and Lane and Sue were headed home, and I was, and I had an appointment, so I went to, I got to be relieved because Sue was headed home, and it wasn't a stroke or a TIA, and they didn't even think it was vertigo, and I got to go. I was so relieved, and I was on my way. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I have this itty bit I work with. We like to splash in the puddles when it rains. And I was on my way to splash in the puddles.
Can I put a picture here?
Yeah, because there's no faces.
Yeah.
And So I was kind of delighted that Sue was going to be home, and I was very delighted, and I was also pleased that I got to end my day on a higher note. Well, how I said it was, my mother, when I was a child, taught me, she really taught me about playing in the puddles. And my dad one time said, your mother just needs to grow up. So, of course, I think about that. I'm like, Libby, you just need to grow up. No, when I'm with this child, I am 4. And foster mother sent me a picture of us. And I'll tell you what, when I'm having a rough day, that picture is going to be my saving grace. And Sue is in a boot now. That's the other thing. Whoops, I traversed or something. I got off track. So Sue, okay, so we're sitting in the hospital, and and Sue's complaining the most about her ankle. And then they determine it's her Achilles tendon, and they put an air splint on it.
But they only have a small, and I'm not a small.
But she said it feels good, snug. And I'm looking at that, and I'm thinking, you can't put a shoe over that. And I looked at Sue, because I'm not a thoughtful person in any way, shape, or form. I try to be, but I'm not. And I say, you're going to walk down the aisle like that? And I start laughing. Carter's walking us down the aisle for
the wedding.
And so I said, or you could go in a wheelchair. She started crying. I was laughing.
It's the only time I get to walk down the aisle.
Anyway, then I told her, well, maybe we could just strap you to a dolly. And she said that would be better than a wheelchair. So now we've been trying to figure out if there's a sole high enough that it can match the boot she's wearing, so she doesn't glump along. Yeah. So anyway, the other piece, when Emma told me they thought it might be a stroke, I have a tendency to go to the dark side, because Sue has had some health issues that have landed her on her deathbed.
I think I've told.
Okay, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm just not exaggerating. So I was trying to focus on my work, and I was just thinking to myself, what are you going to do, Lib? What are you going to do? And my thought was, there's a wedding next week. I'm going to a wedding. I'm going to Carter's wedding. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do exactly what's right in front of you, and take care of the rest in order. Carter gets married first.
Absolutely.
And so, anyway, I do get scared. But we get to be relieved right now, and we get to tell a funny story, and I won't be on True Crimes for having shoved down the stairs. I really appreciate y'all listening. I know I'm not a sensitive person. I'm humorous, though. I hope that counts.
You're mostly sensitive when I need it, except that one.
I laughed. It was funny, though, so think about it. Next week it'll be funny after she's gone down the aisle.
Because it's not a straight aisle. Like, I have to go downstairs to walk down the aisle. The aisle has stairs.
And I did say to her, isn't it look at the silver lining. So you could have fallen down the stairs
There, and then that
right before
that helped.
Then you laughed. And,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you so very much for listening. We appreciate you all. Bye.
Bye, guys. I hope you have a great day, week, month, year, wherever you are. Please know we're thinking about you and don't sweat the small stuff. Bye-bye.